On July 9, 2018, Closers published by NMAX released the Violet update, introducing Violet, a great sword user, Jay Special Agent, and the removal of Fatigue. Fatigue was a highly controversial addition to the Western version of Closers. It has gone through numerous iterations and in the end, NMAX has removed the feature altogether. If Fatigue has turned you off from Closers, now is definitely a good time to give the game another shot. If you are returning from a long break, there has been numerous changes that has drastically changed how players progress in the game. This video will be a guide for both new players and returning players. I have timestamps in the description so you can skip around to information relevant to you. I'll start by introducing myself first. My main character's name is MaleGrappler, and I am a decently geared J character. I have been playing since the closed beta and I have been enjoying the game ever since. The game has its flaws, but I find it to be a good time. I play the game mostly for the story and its combat. I also make video guides on Closers in my spare time. So if you really enjoy the game and want to learn more about it, come back and visit. But for now, I present to you my progression guide to Closers. If you're new to Closers and don't know which class to try out, I have a few to recommend. My first recommendation would be SEHA LEE. SEHA LEE is the explosion class and is recommended because of his fast clear times. He is capable of dealing high consistent damage thanks to his true damage. His ability to deal 100% damage 100% of the time gives him one of the fastest raid clear times in the game. His true damage also makes him a strong player versus player character, which allows him to ignore skills with damage reduction, allowing him to trade efficiently. SEHA is packed with a strong teamwork bonus. Even if you main another character, you will need to make a SEHA to min-max your main character of choice. SEHA is easy to pick up and play, but is difficult to master. If you enjoy characters with high skill ceilings, SEHA is the character for you. His only real downside is his high usage of mana. You will need to use many potions to sustain his damage output. My next recommendation would be NATA. NATA is a dual Kukris wielding character with long times of invulnerability. He is recommended due to his ease of play in player versus environment. His low cooldowns combined with his generous amount of invulnerable frames allows him to deal damage while not taking damage himself. This also makes him a very strong player versus player character as well. He is easy to pick up and play and easy to master in a player versus environment setting. However, in a PvP setting, he is more difficult to master. Unfortunately, he only has a moderate amount of damage output in a player versus environment setting due to the impracticality of some of his skills, but fortunately this is fixed with the special crew promotion. NATA is also attack speed reliant. Able attack speed will cripple a NATA's damage output due to his damage being split over several key presses or seconds. My last recommendation will be missisitleinen. Missisitleinen is the androgynous boy wonder with access to both male and female cosmetics. This is important because reasons. In player versus environment, he is the only character with the ability to boost an party's damage output by a significant amount. He is also the only character to give an entire party invulnerable frames, making him an invaluable asset in endgame sectors. He is also easy to play and easy to master, and has a generous amount of iframes. Unfortunately, his simplicity makes him easy to counter in PvP, but his simple skill kit is compensated for high PvP burst damage. Missisitleine's long cooldowns hampers his player versus environment damage output, but this gap in damage output is significantly lessened with his special agent promotion. If you're more of a party player, I would highly recommend missisitleinen over the other classes. I'll be talking about the early game next. The early game in Closers, to be frank, is extremely brain-dead easy. It acts as an extended tutorial for your character. During this time, focus on learning the ins and outs of your character to prepare for the mid and end game. From level 1 to 60, you will be clearing many sectors of ease. It took me around 8 hours to get from level 1 to level 60 from following just his main storyline. I have some general advice during this section of the game. Finish each sector's main quest from beginning to end. With the removal of fatigue, there should be no reason to not clear an area's story missions. This is especially important because skill books, which gives skill points, are locked behind main quests and are vital to your character's growth. Disassemble any unnecessary gear you get from this phase of the game. None of them becomes relevant later. Disassembling them gives you materials to form chromatic phase essences, a material needed for special agent promotion and numerous endgame gears. You may notice that there is a skill ticket for sale in the EMB store. Do not buy it, you will get it eventually. From leveling 1 to 60, you can get bonus phase tokens by completing the Union Watch, which is akin to daily missions from similar games, and completing each sector on each difficulty once, which will increase the area completion meter, giving rewards and phase tokens. And lastly, PvP. PvP from level 1 to level 50 will queue you into the Rookie League. In this league, gear will be equalized and every player will fight on equal footing. Once you get past level 50, you will enter the official league, where gear begins to matter. If you want to do mostly PvP in this game and have no interest in the gearing process, do not level past 50. Mid-game lasts from level 60 to level 70. During this stage of the game, the PvE content starts to become more challenging. You may die once or twice until you get your super gear set. You gain access to the Planar Gate at around level 55. Entries to Planar Gate sectors are limited, but is a good source of credit income for low gear characters, due to side quests and Planar Gate for mid-game entry gear and skill books. One of the side quests in Planar Gate will give you access to your PNA page. If you have played League of Legends, this feature is similar to the pre-reworked green page. You will get PNA genes as you enter late game, and you can use them to customize your character's stats. Once you're able to enter Planar Gate 5 dungeons, you will gain access to a quest that allows you to get a super gear set, a mid-game set that allows you to clear areas up to area 7 comfortably. Do not invest heavily into the super set. Later in the endgame, you will upgrade these into a proper late game set, whose enhancements and tunings prior to their upgrade do not carry over. I recommend enhancing them to plus 11 at most. Work your way to level 70 by doing the main story quests and gaining access to the Dimensional Ops Center. Endgame lasts from level 70 to the level cap. In this phase of the game, you can safely invest in gear through enhancement and tuning. Before entering endgame content, check to see if your class has a special agent promotion available. The special agent promotion modifies some of your class's skills into stronger versions of them. Much of the content past level 80 is designed with special agent in mind. It is important to get your special agent promotion as early as possible. By level 70, you should have access to Tiamat Raid, a challenging sector that rewards creator gear. Tiamat is unlike any sector you have faced so far in Closers. It is designed to be cleared in a party. Many of the raids are subjugations of complex bosses with unique attack patterns. I have made separate video guides on each of them. Their links are located in the description. The priority from this content is the creator module. The creator module is used for a very long time, which is why it's a priority. I will talk about the creator core in a bit. During this area, you will also discover the chip system, another stat customization feature similar to PNA. However, chips will be item specific. As you unlock slots on your items, it is unlikely that you'll unlock the correct ones all in one go. You can use drivers and slot modification tools to roll for the correct slots. Both can be obtained from the black market. One more thing to know is that you can only have one slot of each type. You cannot have 3 platinum slots on a single item. To remove installed chips and to return them to your inventory, you will need something called a chip protector, which you can obtain from the black market. At level 73, you'll be allowed access into the PG-75 subjugation content, starting with the skirmish difficulty. Clearing PG-75 content will give you materials to craft extreme gear. Extreme gear are some of the most expensive gear in the game. They can total up to 85 million, excluding materials, for the core, module, and trinket combined. Fortunately, the game now gives you extreme core for free, saving you 30 million in credits and additional materials. If you want to do PvP, I recommend getting a crater core instead. It gives superior conditional damage, which is significantly more favored in the arena. You also have a chance of obtaining Athena gear from this content, the strongest gear for doing raids and subjugations until the purification update. There is a small chance of this gear dropping in PG-75 and can be sold for millions of credits. I personally don't recommend going for this gear because it is extremely expensive and is only really powerful when you obtain a 3-piece set effect. It is beaten by the extreme core otherwise. Once you reach level 75, you will gain access to the Gremory content. The Gremory content unlocks a new tab in the PNA page called the Special PNA. These special PNAs can be very powerful and can be used in conjunction with normal PNAs. However, they can only be upgraded through materials obtained through the Gremory sectors. Be sure to do your Gremory sectors daily because the Special PNA is a long-term investment and can greatly increase your character's power. At level 75, you will gain access to the Irina Subjugation program, one of the raids located in Area 8, the Union Division HQ. You'll be doing this subjugation content to get Verita trinkets, a powerful 3-piece trinket set that is considered best in slot for player versus environment content, which will last until the purification update. But for now, you should be using your 4-piece extreme set along with the Verita set to do any upcoming content. We will be getting the David Subjugation program very soon, allowing players to craft the Antique Core, Module, and Receiver. In Player vs Environment, Antique Core, Module, and Receiver are considered the best for general use until the Purification update. Every Player vs Environment player should get the Module and the Receiver, but the Antique Core will depend on what you already have. The Antique Core is definitely the strongest general use core, but if you have a highly enhanced Greater Core or an Extreme Core, I would actually recommend to skip the Antique Core. After this David content, the next set of gear is called Purification, which is exponentially stronger than David gear. You can get by with a plus 13 Extreme Core or the plus 13 Crater Core in the Purification content. If you don't have a highly enhanced Extreme Core or a Crater Core, I would recommend upgrading to the Antique Core. That's about it for the gearing process for now. I want to add in a short enhancing guide before the video ends. Enhancing is covered in the game, but I don't think it explains how to enhance beyond plus 11 very well, so I am going to make a short guide here. To enhance beyond plus 11, you will need the 3 enhancement fuels, maybe some enhancement catalysts for cost reduction, enhancement boost 2s, and -1 fuels. Hold on, you might say, why would I need -1 fuels? Doesn't it give a 100% chance of decreasing my enhancement level by 1? Why would I ever need this? To understand the purpose of this -1 fuel, I'll explain the numerous outcomes enhancing can result in. Great success, success, no change, failure, and great failure. Great success only happens if you use the enhancement boost 2 as an additive while enhancing. Great success will jump your enhancement levels by 3 or 2 depending on how enhanced your item is, and by a random number generator. The chances of great success happening is about 2% from my enhancing data. The -1 fuel will not eliminate the chances of great success. This will be the main way of getting enhancement levels beyond plus 11. Regular success is simply an increase in enhancement level by 1. This can happen while using enhancement boost 2, or anything really. Unfortunately, the -1 fuel will prevent regular success from happening, meaning the only way to gain enhancement levels with the -1 fuel is to obtain a great success. So with this information, you might think that the -1 fuel is still a bad deal, and that's okay, it is a bad deal. But it is also one of the safer ways to enhance beyond plus 11. This is because the -1 fuel will protect your item from great failure, where your item will get completely destroyed, losing any tune or chip investment you have put inside that item. You start to use enhancement boost 2s when you are plus 10 or beyond. Use the -1 fuel if you are at plus 11 for a safe experience. Good luck!